Part 7, Pursuit and Final Regret, Robert Walton. From the letters of Robert Walton to his sister, Mrs. Margaret Saville. August 26th. You have read this strange and terrific story, Margaret, and do you not feel your blood congeal with horror, like that which even now curdles mine? Sometimes he commanded his countenance and tones and related the most horrible incidents with a tranquil voice, suppressing every mark of agitation. Then, like a volcano bursting forth, his face would suddenly change to an expression of the wildest rage as he shrieked out imprecations on his persecutor. He often dwelt with bitter anguish on his own miseries and on the vengeance of the fiend. He commanded me never to allow my compassion to sway me in favour of his adversary, for his soul was filled with malice and cunning. He is eloquent and persuasive, said my friend. Do not listen to him, Walton. His words are poison. Tear him to pieces. Never permit yourself to pity him. He was not as heretofore energetic. His eyes were insensible to the charms of nature, and they appeared rather to wish to drink a deep draught of death than to thirst for the remoter end of his voyage. But he still talked of the monster whom he said he had pursued with unrelenting hatred. September 2nd. My beloved sister, I write with the most acute sorrow. Our situation is perilous. The ice closes in around us, and my men clamour to return. They come in a body to me, entreating earnestly that I would order the vessel to retreat. I hesitated, uncertain whether to comply. Frankenstein, who overheard me, pressed his thin hand upon mine. You are mistaken, he said firmly. Seek happiness and tranquillity, and avoid ambition, even if it be only the apparently innocent one of distinguishing yourself in science and discoveries. Yet, why do I say this? I have myself been blasted in these hopes yet another may succeed. I was moved, yet my crew were immovable. I was compelled to acquiesce, and Frankenstein expressed the deepest disappointment. You have abandoned your purpose, he said, and the hopes of glory are lost. Yet I cannot reproach you. Weakness has its own excuse. September 5th. Frankenstein has passed hours in the most severe agitation. His body is wasted, his countenance haggard, but his eyes still burn with an unearthly fire. He spoke again of his enemy, imploring me with passion. Swear to me, Walton, that if you see him, you will not let him escape. Swear that you will pursue and destroy him as I have done. He entreated his attendants to take care of me. He said that he had now no one near him who could love him, and, after having expressed his gratitude for the kindness he had received, he said, I shall die, and what I now feel will no longer be felt. Soon these burning miseries will be extinct. He fell back, and his voice was heard no more. September 12th. Frankenstein has expired. He died calmly, and in the arms of one who had loved him with true affection. I cannot describe the depth of sorrow I feel. Great God, what a scene has just taken place before me. While I was occupied with preparations for his interment, I heard a sound from the cabin where the remains of Frankenstein rested. I entered and beheld a sight which froze my blood. A being, gigantic and deformed, yet overwhelmed with grief, hung over the coffin of his creator. He uttered a groan so full of anguish and horror that it convulsed me to the soul. He turned towards me, and his countenance, even in its ghastliness, expressed deep sorrow. "O Frankenstein," he cried, "generous and self-devoted being! What does it avail that I now ask thee to pardon me? He is gone who gave me being, and when I shall be no more, the very remembrance of us both will speedily vanish. I was the slave, not the master, of an impulse which I detested, yet could not disobey. I abhorred myself. But when I found that he dared to hope for happiness, that passion arose which drove me to destroy him. He is at rest, and that is my consolation. I was frozen with wonder and rage. Wretch, I exclaimed, you are the cause of this man's death. You dare thus to sport with life and then heap remorse upon him? The fiend replied, Fear not that I shall be the instrument of future mischief. My work is nearly complete. Neither yours nor any man's death is needed to consummate the series of my being, and accomplish that which must now be done, but it requires my own. Soon I shall ascend my funeral pile and exult in the agony of the torturing flames. The miserable series of my being is wound to its close." He wept bitterly. His voice rose again in wild eloquence. "I shall seek the most northern extremity of the globe. I shall collect my funeral pile and consume to ashes this miserable frame. My spirit will sleep in peace, or, if it thinks, it will surely not think thus. Farewell, Walton. Seek happiness in tranquillity, and avoid ambition." He approached the window. A wild expression of grief and determination marked his features. He sprang from the cabin window upon the ice raft which lay close to the vessel. The waves bore him away until he vanished into darkness and distance.
Mary Shelley forged a story that would outlive its creator. With Frankenstein, she gave life to modern horror and science fiction. A tale born from lightning, loneliness, and genius. We hope you enjoyed this immersive Vision Reads experience. To explore more, visit VisionReads.com. Read, watch, listen. Enjoyed this story? Rate Vision Reads in the App Store and help us share the reading revolution.